The rupee is 89.19 to the dollar. Before you jump into any conclusions around the rupee, keep these numbers in mind. Let us look at the average of rupee depreciation done every calendar year. A 30-year average is 3.5%. A 20-year average is 3.3%, and a 10-year average is 3.2%. Now for the rupee reaction. The recent moves seen in the rupee must be seen in light of the fact that India's trade deficit touched $42 billion, an all-time high on the back of a surge in gold imports. Remember, the forex markets didn't react much then. They did, however, a few days later. So one can see this more as a catch-up reaction. As we record this, the rupee is around 1.6% higher than it was a month ago. We have seen 1.5% moves in the past, but why does this sound so different to the markets? This is more because at 89.19, the rupee is getting closer to the psychological 90 level. Market psychology apart, does this 90 level really mean anything in reality? Probably not. This is just another number. And the most important point to keep in mind is that, like we mentioned earlier, the rupee has depreciated by around 3 to 3.5% every year, on average, with a marginally lower pace every decade, as the volatility has been secularly narrowing on various inherent structural positives. Apart from that 90 rupee level, one must see this as just business as usual and nothing out of the ordinary for the rupee. There is pressure on the rupee though due to US tariffs, but the more important part one must note is that with weaker FDI and FII inflows, there is certainly some drag felt on the financing of India's trade deficit. And this is reflecting partly in the forex markets. Like the phrase used for the markets, animal spirits, markets tend to react in an exaggerated way, both ways. One must remember that for long-term investors, it is this very reaction or mispricing that give astute investors investable signals. Whatever the exchange rate, investors must always keep the historical perspective of the rupee's depreciation we just mentioned in mind and use these for their investing frameworks.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.